Hi, Chris Saunders here again. This time I thought I'd do something a bit different and show you using these Nova paints and some Dovecraft glue, the acrylic glue, and a jar, how to make a little vase. So what you need to do is take the top off the paint, drop 3 drops of paint into some of the Dovecraft glue that you can get. I bought one of the big pots here. 3 drops will do, and then give it a good mix. As you can see, I'm wearing a glove on one hand just in case I get covered. Mix up the paint within the glue until it mixed thoroughly. There, nice blue colour. Take off the excess glue onto the paintbrush, and I'm using a Dovecraft mat just in case I do spill anything, and drop some, which I've got here, some little rags. Some have been used to clean up my ink spills on my craft mat, so I'm just dropping those into the glue mix with the paint, making sure they're thoroughly soaked, squeezing out the excess, which is why I'm wearing the gloves so I can not get too dirty. Squeeze out the excess so you've not got too much glue in there, and pop them on the mat. You can then sort of manipulate them with your fingers to make sure the glue is around all the rags. The joy of these Dovecraft mats is that you can wipe them clean afterwards. Get your jar. You don't have to put glue on the jar, but then just open out the rags with the paint on and pop them round the jar, sticking them down as you go. They will have lots and lots of creases on, which doesn't matter at this stage. That's what you want. So fold down all the little creases, sticking them down to the jar, and I've put this first rag on the bottom part of the jar, the second rag, open it out, and then that can go back on the top of the jar. Fold all the little pieces down, stick them down to the glass, and I've just folded over the top part, just over the rim of the glass. I've got a few pieces of lace, a few bits of string, that sort of thing. Pop those in the glue so I can now soak those and then decorate the jar even more. There, nice lots of folds on there. There we go. Grab the bits of lace from within the glue, pop them on the jar as well, and this will add texture. A little bit of texture on the top. Fold down all the tiny little pieces, stick them down. That's it with your fingertips. There you go. Make sure it's all stuck down properly. And there we have it. One little jar, lots of folds, and all ready now to let it dry. Any bits that are sticking out that you can see there, I've just patted them down. The more folds you got on there, the better, because you can see what we're going to do with those in a moment. Right, now this jar is dry. It's now ready to decorate. I've done a little bit of decoration on there already, but what you need to do now is find a nice colour, and I'm going to use the darker blue. It would look nice with silver, it would look nice with gold or yellow or white even, but I'm going to use the darker blue, and I've popped a little bit on my mat, as you can see. I'm going to dip my finger in and then just run the paint across all the little folds on the jar. And where each little bit sticks out, it picks up the paint, so it gives you a little bit of texture. And this adds to the definition. Just decorates the jar a little bit more. Now, what I've also done, I've just made sure I've got a little bit more paint on the bottom of the jar and on the rim of the jar at the top. There, clean your finger off. You can always clean the paint up later. And what I've done, I've got some silicone glue, and I've painted some little cardboard cutouts, some little butterflies, little flowers, and a little die cut. There, I'm going to use the silicone glue and some little 3D pearls as well, these little pearl effects. They're going to go along the middle of the butterfly. Very handy using these, and they do them in the pearl effects, the glitter, all sorts of different effects. Really nice. Nice for card making as well. So, get the silicone glue, add a little bit onto your die cut, and what I tend to do is put blobs on the back, place it onto the thing I'm decorating, and then hold it down for a little while with my fingers, just so it'll sit into the place I want it to go, and hopefully will take a little while to dry, but once it's dry they'll be really secure. Add 1 flower. I've put 2 on already. We'll put the third one on into the middle. Like I say, hold it down with your fingers for a little while just to secure all the pieces in place. That's it. And then the next thing to go on will be the butterfly. Put all the silicone glue down the middle of the butterfly, and I've just folded up the 2 wings just to make them stand out a little bit more. And then I think I'll pop that up onto the top of the jar, hold it down with my thumb for a little while just to keep it in place. And there we have it, our little mixed media recycled jar, recycled rags, which I'm very into at the moment, my recycling. And you can put water in these, as you'll see in a moment. I put flowers in. You can put anything in them you like, pencils, flowers, anything. Because it's a jar, it'll hold the water. Thank you for watching this. I'll be back with another demonstration soon. Bye.